and they rather have people buy two. So yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that they could totally do it. I mean, they know. If anything, you could just have it when you buy the application. Big box pops up. Sign into your account. Oh, hey, you have this account over here. So we will now refund
what the big question on that is do they know who bought the app, or does Apple anonymize it? Does Apple just say you sold one unit to user X?
They don't have to know. They don't have to know who bought the app, because they can just have a big little box that pops up saying enter your account information, or create a new account. Person enters the information and they'll know right then. They don't have to know who bought the app.
There's that.
Yeah.
Which would be the easier way to do it, but
and that's not that hard to do. I mean, it seems pretty simple. Little box, enter. Oh, hey, we've noticed that you're in our servers over here.
The big argument they give against that is, oh, well, people would, give their account credentials to someone else, so we don't want accounts. We want to just
have...
Well,
you could do it anonymously and say, we've noticed that you have an account with the same information as signed up here. Would you like to...
No, I mean, like, they don't give the account info. Like, if the iPad app, it just says iPad app authorized. There's no account info. They didn't do it that way, and they say, well, we don't want people to be giving out their account info to their friends.
Well, well.
Yeah, I know. It's old media. Let them die. They don't get it. Let them die. That's my philosophy. Now on to a giant step backwards for DMCA kind, a giant step forward for our kind. Hope that by the time I have grandchildren, maybe, just maybe, they will have the same rights I had in 1999. For those of you who don't know, Apple has lost. It is now officially legal to jailbreak an iPhone.
Well, as long as you don't sell it.
Oh, I didn't realize that there was a distinction on that.
Well, I mean, for educational purposes, so I mean, you could show it, you could say, educational purposes or criticism, but you can't jailbreak it and then sell it and say, this is my jailbreaked phone. I mean, fair use means, look, this is what you can do with it, this is, or I don't, this is what's bad with the hardware. You can have it for yourself.
Okay, let me correct my statement. One tiny inch forward for end user kind.
It's not bad. That means that you can jailbreak your phone. You just can't, then sell. You just can't buy a bunch of iPhones, start jailbreaking them, and sell them for more because they're jailbreaking. You're still not allowed to do that. But you are allowed to jailbreak your phone.
Well, okay. See, here's the thing. I realize jailbreaking an iPhone isn't that hard, but there are ways to screw it up. And the process, while not difficult, can be intimidating to grandma.
Right.
So it's, why I think it's a ripoff personally, there is a need for that service. It's the same thing behind unlocking any device that's locked or so on and so forth. It's like if you're buying a device because it's like that, you're paying more money for it, and you're paying money for somebody's time to have provided that service on your behalf. Which I don't think is a bad thing, because if that really is the way this ruling went, that means Apple's going to try and backdoor this, and that all these listings on eBay for jailbreaking phones and everything's going, no. The court ruling says the end user can do it, but you can't sell it. This listing should be taken down. They're going to try and they'll try and backdoor the removal of jailbreaking that way, and that no, your iDevice has been jailbroke. You can't sell it now. You have to flash it to its original factory standard. Then you can sell it. You have to make them re-jailbreak it.
Well, I don't know.
This is Apple we're talking about. You don't honestly see them doing this. I should cover this more with Bit on Thursday, and we probably will.
I don't know if it means that you can't sell it. I just know that you can't sell it and advertise that you sold it, that it's jailbreaking. jailbroken. Like, you can't sell it for more because it's jailbroken. You might still be able to sell it, but I don't know perfectly what fair use means, but I do know that it doesn't mean that you can. It does mean
since the DMCA, fair use means whatever the hell Corporation XYZ wants to let fair use mean. Fair use used to have a very clearly defined set of criteria that benefited both the end user and corporations in the long run. And then we wrote this god-awful law called the DMCA. What is it, Leo?
Sorry?
You were like doing something with your hand.
Fair use was always a little bit vague. They wanted it to cover kind of a broad thing, so they made it a little bit vague so that it could cover a lot of situations.
Honestly, I don't think it was as vague as that was the political argument behind getting the DMCA passed in the first place, but it was never really that vague. Like, if you were allowed to legally make 2 copies of something and give it to somebody. Like, if I was listening to a song, fair use was defined legally under the law as 2 copies. If I had my favorite song and I wanted to share it with friends, I could make 2 copies, give a copy to friend A and a copy to friend B. If they like the song, they start buying the band's music. You know, it's fair use. Very simple. Now, the argument that came along with digital, because it's in the analog days, I would make copy A and copy B off of my original. And my friends, under fair use, were legally allowed to make copy A and copy B. So then there's 6 copies out there, and so on and so on and so forth. But with each copy, it gets a little worse quality, because that was the way analog worked. With digital, each one of those copies was perfect, and people just all freaked out. Like, son, I would still argue that even though the copies were perfect, it still led to millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars in revenue for the record industry, that people were making these too many copies. Because I cannot count. It's like, I can say this now openly, freely, because the statute of limitations to do anything to my ass passed a long time ago. But when I was a teen, and all this mass piracy and everything else was going on, I didn't have a lot of money on the side, and I did the evil crime of stealing a bunch of music and yada yada and so forth. This was how I found new bands. It's like, rather than go spend all my allowance money or all my job money at Best Buy on CDs and go, oh, I don't like this one, I don't like that one, figuring out which music I liked, I pirated it. And the ones I liked, and I downloaded movies illegally, and I downloaded TV shows illegally, and I did all this shit. And you know what happened? The ones that were good, when the DVD came out, I bought it. I didn't wait for it to wind up in the $5 bin to decide if I should maybe watch it. I knew I wanted this movie. I bought it. I knew I liked this TV show that I'd never seen before, that had been on some other thing. So I got it. I knew I liked this band. All their stuff was not online, but a lot of it was. So I went and bought their albums. And honestly, in the long run, I think that's really how that works. It's just indirectly, piracy has made them thousands of dollars off of me.
Well, not everyone's like that.
Well, but say, here's the thing: the people who are just going to steal it and have a free ride, they're just going to steal it and have a free ride.
Right.
All of this DMCA, everything else, yada and so forth, isn't going to stop them. It's in the 21st century. You really have 2 choices. You can embrace the 21st century, or you can spend billions of dollars a year trying to prevent something that you're ultimately going to fail to stop.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the easiest way to fight piracy in any way, shape, or form is to make it accessible legally, easily, affordably.